Hey everybody, welcome back to House of Grey Rabbit. I am your host, as always, Grey Rabbit 80. And with me, once again, Primetime.
How y'all doing?
I came into this kind of blindly, like I didn't know exactly what Prime was bringing to the table. And then he showed up, and he told me this. So, what exactly are we watching tonight?
Manos, the Hands of Fate.
I refuse.
Sorry we had to.
I still have the right to protest.
You know you want to.
Oh, no I don't, no I don't, no I don't. Oh, this will be the fourth time in my life that I've subjected myself to this movie 4 times. I owe this guy big. Like, big time. And so
It
now...
can't be that bad.
Oh, it's worse.
Can't it?
Remember that part in Empire Strikes Back when Yoda tells Luke, you'll be afraid. And he's like, I'm not afraid. And he's like, you will be.
Uh-huh.
You will be.
That's this?
That's this.
It can't be that bad.
So come with us on our journey, Manos, the Hands of Fate. We'll be right back.
We should be pretty close right now. The agent said it was about 12 miles from Highway 10, and that was Highway 10 back there.
But you know we should have asked for better directions at the last gas station.
So what'd you think?
I don't have to be the one that says what you think. What did you think? Like, what's your reaction?
Will we watch again?
At least you didn't ask us if we watch Anna again, like that one time.
Can we?
No. You made us watch Manos, Hands of Fate.
That's so sorry.
So let's get into the meat and potatoes of the characters in this cast.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into some facts, let's do your cast and let's do like the
Plot.
The plot.
Which they're really
We'll get to that when we get around that bridge, okay?
Yeah.
So let's talk about the family. We have Mike, the husband, his wife, and their little girl Debbie. I do not remember the wife's name. Is it Laura? We're gonna call her Laura.
Then the dog.
And then the dog.
The poodle.
The poodle. Then you have Torgo. Who's the main point in the movie is to watch the house while the master's away.
I am Torgo. I take care of the place while the master is away.
Okay, and he's got some problem with his knees. We still haven't figured that out.
Oh, don't forget about the couple.
There's a random couple that is making out throughout the film.
Movie. And
there's 2 cops who just do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yes.
Also, let us not forget the biggest part of the movie, Manos himself. Or,
The master.
The master.
Oh, Mike, I'm scared. He has the meanest look.
Who is a servant of Manos. Which sounds a lot like the way he talks to Manos, like the way he prays to Manos and stuff, makes me think that Manos is some sort of like Cthulhu type character.
Yeah.
Because he slumbers in eternal darkness and all this and lives beyond time and space.
Yeah.
And so it's really kind of Call of Cthulhu-ish to me. And then you have, of course, the master's wives.
All 6 of them.
You thought having 1.
No.
But 6.
6.
And they all are jealous of each other. So let's talk about the plot. So you have Mike's family, who is on vacation.
For the first time ever.
Yes. Debbie is whiny, Debbie is hungry, Debbie is cold. That's basically the gist of Debbie's story. They make a wrong turn and they end up at what is known as the Sinner's Lodge? Or
Valley Lodge.
They find themselves there where they meet Torgo. Torgo, this is where this movie gets a little...
Out there?
Yeah, like... It tells you one thing, then does an exact opposite, or does something and then tells you something different. Torgo says that they can stay the night, but then says the master will be angry. And they can't stay the night. But then Torgo wants to take their bags inside.
Yeah, because...
Then he tells them that...
They can stay inside.
They can stay inside. Then he wants to say that the master would be upset because they have a daughter.
And a dog.
And a dog. But they can stay. But the master will be upset. And this goes on throughout this film. The wife wants to leave. Mike won't leave. The daughter is a whiny little brat. Everything keeps going until you find out that the master is... The master? And we're not talking about this master.
I am usually referred to as the master.
Oh, is that so?
Universally.
He'd be way cooler than this master.
This master's bad.
With his giant hand shirt.
Faye loves to show off every 5 minutes.
Anyway, the whole point is that the wives are fighting because they want to kill the man but not the child.
But then they want to kill the child but not the man. And
Then
Torgo wants to marry
the
wife.
They want to kill Torgo because he failed them, even though they kill him, but then he lives.
And then they kill him again. And then he lives. And then they burn his hand off. And then he disappears.
They turn it into a candle. I don't know. Mike gets stuck out on a pole at one point for over 20 minutes of the movie. And like one of the wives makes out with him and then knocks him. Yeah, hits him in the face because he doesn't come back conscious, I guess, you know. Or wakes up, I guess.
She just walks off.
And then she just walks off. And then he wakes up and decides to save his family, to which they try to get away, but then
they go
back
to the house because, you know,
no one will look for them there. And who shows up? The master. And there's a point where he's shooting a gun at the master there in the final scenes of the film, and he shoots the gun twice, but there's no master in the shot.
And then
the master's in the shot.
And then he shoots again.
And then he shoots again, and then the master is like... And by the way, if you want to see a picture of the master in your head, just think if like Marilyn Manson and Freddie Mercury
had a child,
had a love child together. That's what this guy, I mean, he screams Freddie Mercury every time you see him. Anyway, we were watching this on Tubi, so you have to understand that every couple of minutes we had to watch a commercial. And so the thing about it is like sometimes they throw these commercials right at the very end. And so just as all this was going down, we got a commercial. And I know the ending, so I was just waiting for it. And spoiler alert, it starts off with another car with people in it who pull up to the house. But instead of Torgo, it's Michael. And he watches the place while the master's away.
Wife and the daughter, I guess, are now the master's wives. And that's it. That's it. That's the end of the movie. That's it.
So let's do a couple of facts about this movie. This movie had a budget of
$19,000.
$19,000, which was made in what year?
1966.
Now here's where it gets a little lopsided. This movie, when you watch it, is just cut after cut after cut after cut. There's no steady shot that lasts more than like 30 seconds. Well, it's because the camera they were using was so bad that it can only record that long, and then they'd stop and reset it. And then run about 30 seconds, and then stop, and reset it. Also, there was no microphones in this movie, which means there was no audio captured at the time it was made. So every voice you hear is dubbed in post. And from what I understand, the little girl, when she heard her dubbed voice, cried. The director, when this movie was over with, like when they finished, watched the first print and said it was quite possibly the worst thing he'd ever made. But if they decided to redub it as a comedy, it might work.
And they made a musical about it.
They also tried to make three sequels.
And none of them ever made it.
Nah.
And this movie is considered one of the worst movies in the world.
Now, it's gained a cult following ever since Mystery Science Theater 3000 did it way back in, I want to say, the late 90s. I first saw this film as an MST3K riff. Even as MST3K, this movie is so boring that it would literally put me to sleep while they were making fun of it. I mean, it's so... The people making this movie, since it drug on so long in production, they referred to it as Mango, the cans of fruit. Everything I'm saying is completely true, people. True believers, would I lie to you? Maybe this guy, but not me.
Hey, I resent that.
You resemble that.
So
So really, sir, did you just like reach into the vat of the bowels of Tubi and find this one and pull it out and say,
I guess so.
because I'm your friend, I would never subject you to anything like that. Maybe chopping ball, but not that.
Oh, man.
I'm clicking my rings. I'm sorry, people. It was very bad. It was. There's no... Now we get into the real meat and potatoes, like as you normally say. This is where it gets bad. This movie has no definitive plot. There is nothing in this movie that makes the beginning, the middle, or the end make any sense. Do you know why the first part of it, where they're driving around the car for so long, takes so long?
No.
Because originally that's where the credits were supposed to be.
Now just 10 miles up this road. We're almost there, Debbie. Just a few minutes more.
The origin of this film goes back to one thing and one thing alone. The director was dared to make his own movie.
And he directed it, produced it, wrote it, and starred in it because he's Michael.
Really? The whole time he's Michael?
Yes.
I thought he was the master. I thought
No, he's Michael. The master actually died while in the trying to make one of the sequels at the age of 82. That's why they didn't have him make any of the sequels.
That's what happens when you look like Freddie Mercury. Live fast.
But yeah, Michael is the director,
There you go, folks.
producer, writer.
Oh, by the way, thank the great state of Texas for two things. One, this guy's birth. And two,
So they made the movie.
Manos Hands of Fate. El Paso, Texas, to be exact.
where
Thank you.
where my dad lived as a child.
It's all interconnected like Kevin Bacon, right? This is what happens when you watch Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, Nick. So, what are you going to rate this one, Prime?
Oh, God. A mango?
I'm going to give it a shaky mango that watches the house while the master's away.
And who wants to marry the wife?
Oh, don't even touch my hair. Don't even. As a side note, we keep making fun of Torgo in this whole thing. And as a side note, it is need to be known that if you watch it, the shakes and everything, the cast says that he was on LSD the entire time they were making the movie. Bonus fact.
Scary fact. Let's hire a drug addict. Why not? It's 1966. It's $19,000 budget.
There's
Why
one point
not?
in the movie where he gets like all still, and I was like talking to you, I was like, somebody needs to go hit Torgo up because he looks like he's running out of juice.
That was when he was being killed the first time.
Yeah. All right.
So
That was Manos. Hands of Fate.
Run.
So, yes, run, hide, take your children. Do not let pregnant people watch this. Don't, please.
Just don't.
In the most monotone voice we can give you.
Run.
Or you might end up watching the house while the master's away. So everybody, thank you for being on this journey with us. This, as you said, was Manos Hands of Fate. If you own this movie, if you go out and buy this movie, God help your soul. Or if you might happen to have seen this movie before and now we're telling you how bad it is, please leave a comment down below.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And remember to hit that like button in the face. And if you have any recommendations,
Let us know.
because we've been doing a lot of recommendations here lately. So
We will be doing a couple within the next probably couple weeks.
check out that. It'll be coming out. We are a little bit behind right now just due to work and family stuff and so on. So please bear with us. We'll be getting those episodes out to you guys as soon as possible.
And we want to thank the newest subscribers.
Yes, I know Josh Still is one of our new subscribers. Hey Josh, I haven't seen you in a long time, buddy. Glad to hear from you. On top of that, we've been getting some great comments from everybody. We'll give everybody a big thumbs up for that one. As always, be seeing you.
All right, mister. I see you have a taillight problem. No excuse.
running late, first vacation, kid getting tired.